Hello, Trace Lawler here. I have been learning about the Neanderthals for a while now, just for fun. And one of my friends from college actually used to always say that he was a Sasquatch. But after a while, I decided his characteristics that he speaks of that are Sasquatch like are actually a little bit Neanderthal like. In that uh, like um, the way he runs and things like that, and the way he likes I don't know, hunting. But obviously he's nothing like a Neanderthal, but he likes to identify to the Sasquatch character, and like Bigfoot and stuff like that, but more Sasquatch. And so last night when I was looking down, I was scrolling through my Facebook feed, and I saw this little post from a language company that talked about how, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, French, English, the word for petal, for the flower petal, is petal or petala or petali, something along those lines, where it's like petal something. And then for German, it's Blütenblätter. And I thought that would be something that my friend that used to always say that he was a Sasquatch, I was like, I think that would be something that he would definitely like say all the time. Like he would definitely just be like, Blütenblätter, Blütenblätter. And so I then started to think maybe the Neanderthal language evolved, and then it might be what is currently present day German. That's just a theory. Obviously, I am not an expert in this at all. But I studied language variations when I was a senior in college, and it talked about how in Louisiana there are a lot of French words that are used there because the French settled Louisiana at one point. And so, there's things like cul-de-sac, a la carte. I mean, it's used all over the United States. The ones specifically for Louisiana are French words that are related to cooking there, like Creole is a word from over there, Creole type food. I think it's Creole gumbo. I'm not sure. I'll have to study that. French words in Louisiana, and like it's like a bunch of cooking words. Anyway, so also the Philippines has something called Taglish, which is Tagalog plus English, and like Lab Kanako, or that's Bisaya plus English, which is called Bisaya Glish. So Lab Kita, or Love Kita, which means I love you, but they say it Lab, L-A-B, Kita, so it sounds Filipino. Instead of love, it's Lab Kita, which is you. And then so there's mixtures of languages over there, like Bisaya, Bisaglish, Taglish, and they've just been mixing all sorts of words over there too, like spam silog is spam with rice with eggs, because it's spam plus itlog is eggs, so you would call it spam silog, and then the C part I guess is rice, but rice is really kanon. And then there's tapsilog, which is tapas, rice, and itlog, which is eggs. So languages just evolve over time, and it evolves depending on who has been living in the area. And there are a lot of Neanderthal remains in Neander Valley of Germany, so that shows that Germany was settled by a lot of Neanderthals. And there's all sorts of artwork that they found, like, I don't know, like maybe a musical instrument with like a little elephant looking thing on there, but it might have been a mammoth that's carved in. There's like just all sorts of fun stuff that are made by Neanderthals that were found in Germany, and Germany is a place that's really been well preserved compared to other countries, and so there's a lot of Neanderthal remains there. But also Russia has the Denisovans. We probably have all sorts of ancient human type remains and in the Philippines. And for me, like I think I have a lot of Neanderthal DNA. I know everyone has a lot of Neanderthal DNA except for the people that are from Africa, and there's like 3% or something. I have a Neanderthal like body, like this, my stocky body. Even though I'm short, I have a very rectangular body, and like my legs are like more, in a way, what you might think of like Neanderthals had. So I definitely can identify to Neanderthal like characters as well, and maybe Denisovans. But yeah, so I love studying the Neanderthals and love the fact that that's part of my heritage. And I learned that they had a different way of speaking, like they have a different throat structure, so they might have sounded different. So that guttural, like type sounds, and so they must have created a language. And then as humans came and everyone evolved to become Homo sapiens, humans, they must have taken some of that Neanderthal language and made it into a human language. But then it evolved and it evolved and it evolved, and then eventually it became what might be present day German language. I mean, obviously it was probably nothing alike, but because they spoke in such a different way, the Neanderthals, and the way they sounded, that must have become the basis of what German is today, and that's what makes German so different from all the other languages. That's just my theory. I have no idea. And we cannot ever figure that out if it's real or not, because we don't have written record of what the Neanderthals spoke. We can never hear what the Neanderthals sounded like, but they have tried to simulate what Neanderthals sounded like. It's just all a theory, but yesterday that dawned on me and I thought it was something interesting, so I thought, why not make a blog post about it and see if anyone else agrees with me. Obviously it would be all theoretical and we can never really prove that, but the more they study Neanderthals, the more we'll learn about their language, but also the more we study the German language, the more we'll learn about the people that were in Germany to begin with, which back then it was the Neanderthals. And so and I'll post more here on my blog about what I've learned about Neanderthals. I'm gonna need to rewatch some movies and then reread some books, but I've been reading a lot of stuff. Svante Pabo, who did Neanderthal research, or does Neanderthal research at the Max Planck Institute. He does the Neanderthal Genome Project. He's the first one that I really learned about that studied Neanderthals a lot. And it was because of a TED Talk that he did, and I watched that and I really loved it, and so I started to watch other videos about Neanderthals. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching. Bye.